afternoon. The Restream was acting up earlier, so they had a message on their site that wouldn't stop and let you go into the site. So I messaged one of the web persons and they took care of it. So here we are. Happy Intentional Tuesday, everybody. I'm Dr. Walter Sims, America's #1 personal development expert. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, replay viewers, and Mama. How you doing? I hope, man, a lot has happened since we been on last, and I'm just getting back from Miami. I was pretty much in the bed all day yesterday. As Big Mama say, I was TIED, but it is good to be with you today. Let's jump right into the show. Let me do a few commercials, and we're going to jump right into the show. I have an opinion. I got two pennies, and you know that. Listen, I hope you have ordered. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. I hope you have ordered my new book, Finding Christ in Crisis. And that book is awesome. The book is awesome. Make sure my mic is on. Yeah, my mic is on. Volume. Let me see. Gain volume is up. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. We good? There we go. There we go. I've been getting a lot of great compliments about the book. Everybody's loving the cover. I think, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and really excited about the new book. So you go to paypal.me/drwaltersim/35 and get your new book. I'm going to be reviewing my website this afternoon. I'm having that overhaul, so I'll talk about that probably tomorrow, depending on how the review goes this afternoon. Amen, Miss Wilma. Thank you, Miss Wilma. The Motivation Zone is so awesome. That's my private group, the Motivation Zone. We have such a good time. The last Tuesday in the month, I do my private coaching. Dr. Sims, I really want to be a part of your private group, your mastermind. How do I do that? Well, all you got to do is go to bit.ly/DocMoZone. You're going to get a free ebook. You're going to get a Living Motivated, get your notebook journal. You're going to get a weekly motivation email from me. And then you're going to be part of my monthly mastermind. And we're trending toward 300 people. Really excited about that. And the price point is only $97 a month. And I also do one-on-one coaching. I'm going to Tampa tomorrow and visit with one of my clients. We're going to have a face-to-face meeting tomorrow evening. Really excited about that. And she just sent me a testimony. Praise God. And I'm just really thankful to work with people one-on-one. Hey, Kay, I love working with people one-on-one. It's just a joy. So we're going to work together. I got a 12-week program during the 3 months that we will be working together during weekly coaching sessions. I will work with you to unlock any fear, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs that may be holding you back from pursuing your purpose. I will help you to identify and to align your objectives, create focus, clear through the clutter, and guide you to explore and create a vision for realizing your purpose. All of us have a calling. And as I always say, if you do not come out of this quarantine, if you do not come out of this crisis more focused, more empowered, more motivated, inspired to live on purpose, you have not lacked time. You have lacked desire, determination, and discipline. That's my opinion. And you should be working on you. And it look like we're going to be here for a few more minutes. Here being this season, this pandemic, this quarantine, this new normal, if you will. And so that's a great segue into my two pennies today. Since I've been away, since I've been in Miami, South Beach, Fort Lauderdale area for the last few days, and I'm going to talk about my goddaughter and my godson-in-law and my god grandbaby in a moment. President Donald Trump has tested positive for the coronavirus. All I'm going to say to that is, and I saw a poll yesterday, roughly 67% of people really don't believe that he contracted the virus. Many people believe it is a political move, if you will, but hello, and I pray for him. You can follow. You can look on my Twitter stream. I said praying for the POTUS and FLOTUS, First Lady. We don't even know how she's doing, but we're praying. We don't wish ill on anyone, but if he is sick, he brought it on himself. Denouncing the COVID protocol and the cavalier attitude, not wearing a mask, etc. Okay, if he is sick, he brought himself. You can't, you know, thank you, Wilma, because you haven't heard anything about his taxes. If he is sick, okay, thank you. If he is sick, because all I know, and right here, okay, let's just say Wilma, Kay, Miss Vanessa, Shalonda, Linda 1, Linda 2, Dr. Sim, if I had COVID-19, if he is sick, if he really had it, would you be rushing back to work? You're supposed to be down for 2 weeks. And I know in his position as president of the United States, you can't really take time off. But would I be rushing back to the White House? He's back in the White House. Contagious and everything. Would you be rushing back to work? Amen, Miss Wilma. Would you be rushing back to work? If you were sick, if you had COVID-19, would you be rushing back to work? That's a no. Would you be riding around in a motorcade? I'm sick. I'm not. No. Are you going to be looking for photo opportunities? No. Would you leave the hospital, Washington Reeves? Would you leave the hospital that's taking care of you? No. Now, these are my 2 pennies. My 2 pennies, and you can take it with a grain of salt. My 2 pennies, he's not sick. My 2 pennies, I put this on Twitter. My 2 pennies, he's not sick. I believe his team said, you need to conveniently contract coronavirus, wink, wink, because you look bad in the debate. There are 2 more debates that you will probably look bad in again. You're losing in the polls. You got bad PR right now. You're about to be indicted for tax evasion. You got a lot of negative stuff going on right now. So you need to get sick. And I put that in air quotes. And it's just convenient how all of a sudden he's got COVID-19. Now, if COVID-19 was not as serious as you have been preaching all this time, it's a hoax, it's not real, why are you following the pandemic protocol now? And he's still cavalier. And this is what you're going to hear him say. And there's been a quote, he did say it like something similar to this. No one has recovered like I did. I believe his team threw a Hail Mary, and that's a football play when you don't have much, but a little time left on the clock. You have no timeout. You about on the 40-yard line of your opponent, and you just throw a bomb into the end zone and pray somebody catches it. Hail Mary. I believe it's a political move. I do not believe he's sick, because if he was sick, truly sick, with the symptoms that have taken the lives of 210,000 people, you would not be moved around like this. And we don't really know what to believe because of so much misinformation that's been put out. But those are just my 2 pennies. And the only thing I'm going to say is vote. VOTE. And people say, well, my vote don't matter. My vote don't matter. Well, we have an opportunity to vote. Vote. I'm going to vote. And I challenge you. I believe is the time has passed. I think yesterday was the last day to register to vote for this upcoming election. So if you have been registered to vote, exercise that right. Only 60% of registered voters voted in 2016. Let's bump that number up. Because if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Come on, Shay. Hello, Shay. Come on, Shay. Am I right? I'm just saying, if I was sick, this is what I would. If I have this deadly disease, 74 years old, you're overweight, you think I'll be running around worried about? No. When we sick, I'm not going back. I'm not rushing back to work. You know what? I think I need 2 more days. Again, those are my 2 pennies. Go vote. Go vote. You know, you can only cry wolf for so long. But watch him say, nobody has recovered like me. Okay. But y'all, you know, the people believe if you can pee on our head, you can tell it's rain. We're not that gullible. Because now, for the next 2 weeks, all you've been talking about is his health. Don't hear about Vice President Joe Biden, his campaign. Don't hear about his taxes. Don't hear about all these other things that's happening. So listen, listen, I know what time it is. A lot of us do. 67% of people don't believe him. But no major outlet has thrown the fake news flag. No major outlet has called him on the carpet and said he's lying. But they insinuated, well, you're supposed to be sick. You're supposed to be sick. How you back in the White House after 3 days? But anyway, vote. You can look on my Twitter feed, Dr. Walter Sim. I prayed. When I first heard it, you can look at my timeline. I prayed. But I've been responding back to a lot of my colleagues. He's not sick. This has been a political move. And a lot of people that I follow feel the same way. It's a political Hail Mary. And even presidential candidate, Vice President Joe Biden said we're praying for the president and first lady. See, we have a heart. We don't wish ill on anybody. You don't wish anybody gets sick, but you brought it on yourself. You can't blame God. You can't even blame the devil. You can't blame anybody but yourself. When you put yourself in harm's way, that's not God. That's not the devil. That's YOU choices. What did I talk about last week? Your choices have ripple effect. He's arrogant. We can go on and on with adjectives, but I think the Bible really sums it up very well. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. A fool's way seems right in his own eyes. Okay. Hey, Miss Vanessa. All I know, if you had somebody in your life like this, you would read them, you would go up one side and down the other. Go sit down somewhere. Have you ever had a bad child? Have you had to ever babysit a bad child? You may have had one. Have you ever had to deal with a rambunctious young person and you can tell them and tell them and tell them and you can't control them, always throwing a tantrum? That's kind of what we got in the White House. Come on, somebody, but go vote. All right, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna keep talking about this. Sooner or later, the real you will be revealed. Did we really have to select him to be president to figure out he would not be a good fit for president? I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna go. The only problem with the snake being a snake, if you think the snake is something else. That's why if you don't like me, go ahead and tell me. If you like me, go ahead and tell me. Because if you show me one thing and then act contrary to that, you're going to throw me off. But just be you. Don't play games. If that's how you are, just be that. We talked about this in my webinar, Time to Take the Mask Off. That thing was good. That thing was good. Just be yourself. Because Donald Trump, the one positive thing I can say about Donald Trump, he doesn't hide who he is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. He is who he is. We know who he is. Now, when you believe and try to make him something else, whose fault is that? That's not his fault. And his base, his followership, want to make him out to be some a philanthropic, Christian-hearted, everybody loving. He loves everybody. They're trying to put a circle in a square. They're trying to put a square in a circle. All I know, words lie, actions don't. Sooner or later, the real you will be revealed. All right, so we need consistency. Women like all kind of men like all kind of women. But the most attractive attribute you could have is consistency. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Consistency builds trust. Put that in your notes. So what I want you to do, examine areas of your life where you are inconsistent and minimize those areas. See, you can't be perfect, but you can be consistent.
You know me? Huh? You know me? Yes. You know me? Yes.
Listen, Listen, guys, I had a wonderful, wonderful time in Miami, the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. This weekend, I married Desmond and Luana, and I christened my god grandbaby, Layla Marie. We had a great time. And I got a question that's going to segue into the Peppermint Letter segment. I've known Luana for a long time, about 5 or 6 years. She never thought this day would come. And my only charge to you is to keep hanging on. And that's a great segue into the Peppermint Letter segment, because the Peppermint Letter segment is where I field questions from the audience. And I got this question in my inbox. I'm tired of waiting for mine. I'm tired, Dr. I'm tired of waiting. What should I do? I'm tired of waiting. I mean, they said this to me with their chest poked out. I'm tired of waiting. And the only advice, and they didn't want to hear this, but the only advice I can give you is trust the process. What's the process, Dr. Sim? What's the process? Work on you. Personal development. And it's personal because personal development is personal. Work on you. Are you really where you want to be? You can't expect to have that kind of person when you're not that kind of person. Do you feel me? If you're a couch potato, how you gonna want somebody to go to the gym? They are diametrically opposed. Amen, webcam. Are you who you want to attract in your life? Trust the process. You need to be working on you. You need some love rehab. How's your heart? How's your trust? How's your consistency? How's your work ethic? How's your personal time? How are you taking care of you? I got to get out of here. I got board meeting to go to for HHYEC. I got a couple to check on tonight. You cannot want somebody that you are not. Where's my, you got to love yourself. You need to buy, you haven't even bought my book, I Declare Love. You got to love yourself. That's a devotional on how you improve your self-esteem. How do you feel about yourself? You can't be walking around talking about, I'm tired of being by myself. Why? I'm preaching a little bit right now. Why? You got to trust the process. You got to be sharpening your piece of iron. If you want to attract that, are you that yourself? Let me go over a couple more commercials. For all your social media needs, contact Mrs. Vanessa Gladney at mrsvanessa2020@gmail.com for all your social media needs. Beats, the sound you heard earlier in my introduction are by Samba the producer, and I found him on Instagram. Do you have a copy of my new book? You say you love me, right? You ought to have this book in your library. Are you part of my Motivation Zone? You need to be part of my Motivation Zone. bit.ly/DocMoZone. And since you should be working on yourself, have you hired a life coach? You need a life coach in your life. Call me. You need a life coach in your life. And always remember, as I always say, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you. You got to trust the process. And if you're still waiting, keep waiting. The Bible says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall strengthen their heart. You're going to be okay. All right? Well, be encouraged today. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.